Hooray.
Wonderful.
Hello and welcome to Bad Ping, CyberTwits' absolutely weirdest podcast. Guys, it has been a hot minute. We haven't recorded a Bad Ping since August.
We're back, fuckers.
Today I have with me Laura, Joe, Matt, and Logan.
Ooh, I wasn't last.
I already regret this.
I went in order like we're in a table.
I already regret this.
I entirely forgot y'all have done these like for so long because I've sat out of so many of them. I'm like, holy shit,
same.
last in August?
Same.
Well, according to Discord, our last one was in August, which the only reason we are recording on Zoom is because Discord had too many updates that caused Craig not to work. He wanted to die for a little bit.
Well, actually,
Discord and Craig.
Because with everyone going digital and everyone having Discords now, they have to like update Craig so much to like make him proficient in more than like however many servers he was in previously.
Yeah.
Now everyone's like, oh, it's my time to record shit with my friends and do dumb shit. And it's like, no, I need to do this now. I planned this.
Exactly. So we're starting anew. It's a brand new year. It's a brand new Bad Ping. Same old.
Not a brand new us.
Same old CyberTwits. We're figuring it out as we go.
Because of the new year, you thought fucking wrong.
Yeah.
If you want productivity, go over to T and Twits.
We're like goddamn cockroaches. You get it.
You're not wrong.
And the fucking
You are
CyberTwits
not.
will
As
still
someone
be
who's
here.
guest starred on T and Twitch, that is way more productive than here. I want to be on that podcast again.
We're gonna try and plan stuff for.
Yeah.
I still need to build the studio in Minecraft.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, you do. We do need to do that. Okay, back to the conversation we had before we started recording. Logan, the fact that you don't think that I can FBI this shit and find you is hilarious.
Logan, I could probably find you.
Try. That's the problem.
Logan, I could probably find you.
Reaction wouldn't even be easier to kill me. It'd be, oh shit, I get to meet one of them in real life for once.
For context,
I hope you realize I
recorded.
started it already. I've done it halfway before, and I got it down to 3 locations that I literally just need to look at your geotags on pictures, and I'll figure it out.
For those of you who don't remember, these are our resident Floridians.
So
she's trying to find him.
I love that on my
also love,
for Megan,
it's
it looks like
different.
she's pointing to me and then to my fucking wall.
No, it literally looks like Megan's pointing to a wall and me on mine.
For me, it looks like I'm pointing correctly.
Okay, but context of this is Logan does not think I can find him because I know where he works. And
you know the name of my job.
And I know the name of your job, and I have an idea of where he lives. He does not think I would be able to figure it out.
See, the thing is, if you said you have it down to 3 stores, I'm pretty sure I can guess which 3 stores they are, and I've worked at 2 of them. It's just a matter of which one do I stay at.
That's fair, but again, Florida, I don't give a shit how long a drive takes.
That is
I'll
fair.
figure it out.
Road trips in Florida are very fun.
I tried to explain that to someone once and they didn't understand because like for me to get to from where I live to say Orlando, like Universal, Disney, whatever, it's like 3.5, sometimes almost 4 hours or more with traffic. And then like to get to Tampa, it's like 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, wait, and you're still in your state? Yeah, it takes from like where I am to get out of Florida, like if you drive straight, it takes like 7 hours.
Oh yeah,
and that's not accounting for traffic.
Yeah, what I'm hearing just drove out of state for a vacation. We were in Florida for maybe like 8 hours, and then we were like, "Holy fuck, we are still here!" And then like the trip through Georgia and up to Tennessee, that was like another 8 itself.
Yeah, it's bad, and I know Texas is like the same way because of how huge it is.
Oh, Texas!
It takes like an hour and a half to drive from like Austin to Dallas, I think, or something.
No,
is it longer?
Okay, so where I'm at, I am an hour west of Dallas.
Okay.
From me to Oklahoma City, it's 3 hours. From me to Austin, it's 4 hours, and from me to Houston, it's 6.
Okay, I'm thinking of a different place. I was looking at something for my friend at one point. I just remember an hour in Texas, and I'm like, oh, that's not that bad.
No, an hour. If you wanted to get to Austin and go an hour somewhere else, it's an hour to Waco.
That's what we were looking up.
Yeah.
Which
I
of
just
course
had a
it's Waco
friend-
we're looking up.
See, there's nowhere in Minnesota that's an hour
across-
away that you want to go to. Duluth is like 3 hours or 3.5 hours, maybe
Yeah.
2.5 hours. The cities is 2.5 hours from where I live.
Okay, but the real question is, from where you're at, Matt, how far is it to Canada?
30 minutes.
4 hours. I'm not that far north. I'm literally in the smack dab center of Minnesota. So if you were to look at a Minnesota map and look for my town, it's right in the middle.
If I'm not
Just
mistaken-
directly in the middle. It's really weird.
And I will not give away my position due to the fact that I want to be tracked down. So
Yeah.
Who's gonna track you
We
down?
have your address.
Laura?
No, we have your
Yeah,
address.
Yeah,
it's
forget
true, you do.
Everyone
But
has each other's address because of our Christmas stuff.
here's the thing: I don't think you guys
That's
want to
why I
come
know I could
to
find
New
Logan.
England around this time of year. So
Oh no, I die. I'm dying where how Florida
There's like
is right
there's
now.
like 2 feet of
let's
snow,
not.
and especially
Well,
there's
no,
2 feet of
Joe's
snow
going,
there.
Joe's going through a
Yeah.
nor'easter.
I'm going through a nor'easter and I'm wearing shorts and a tank top. So
Nope. 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 Nope.
Why
Nope.
do we always end up talking about weather on this show?
Yeah, no, it always well because to be
Always
fair,
happens.
we only ever talk about weather whenever it's like the winter or like the dead of summer
Mhm.
because it's like, oh, it's so hot. It's like, bitch, don't even try it. Or like right now, if I say it's cold, Joe will have a fucking fit. Even though for a Floridian, I'm dying inside.
See, Joe
but
doesn't
also
even know
loving it.
cold because I live in the coldest state in this fucking country, the
nope,
mainland.
that's wrong.
the
Incorrect.
mainland.
That would be Alaska.
North Dakota.
Oh,
That
okay,
is
we're not
no,
having this
no,
fight. We
North
had this-
Dakota isn't
Oh,
anywhere near
God.
as cold as
What have I
Minnesota.
done? What have I done?
This always happens. We seem to forget that.
Okay, we're stopping about weather. Do we want to do the bad ping of Laura's Uber stories?
Yes. Do you have
Because
another
Oh, I
one?
have some Uber
Send
stories
it
I can
to
throw in
Twits.
as well.
Oh my god, it'll be great
You know
that
what?
it's not just
I'm just
me
gonna
for
buy a
once.
wheel
But
off of Amazon,
I-
just write down topics on it and
Just
just spin
spin
it
it.
every time. We do a
Yes.
bad
We
thing.
should do
We
that.
need to
Awesome.
do that.
So-
That's the
Fun.
problem.
So Megan and I were like filming Tea and Twits, and like we were getting ready to get off. I don't think we recorded this part, and I'm like, yeah, now all I need is like something to happen in my Uber this week. Like jokingly.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck happens on Wednesday. So it's not even like anything huge, but it's still like we're in a panic cotta right now, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a Pangea, and this fucking driver, we're in a Pangea. This driver, because you have to have a mask, like when you're in an Uber, Lyft,
Yeah.
anything. It's like they take that shit seriously because you're
Mhm.
in a car. He has the mask on when we're driving. It's all cool. We're on my way to work, and we're at a stoplight. He pulls his mask down, reaches over to his side thing, and starts eating.
And
And then the light turns green. He puts his mask back up, and then he continues to do that until he's out of food. Mind you, he's eating like the like griddle plate, like the pancakes from
oh,
McDonald's.
so he has
Oh
some
my
like
God.
physical like tray.
like
or
a
something.
physical tray of which
All
I
right.
didn't see
I was
when
gonna
get
be
in
like-
the car.
I was gonna be like snacking on a fry from McDonald's in your car is nothing. Like I would do that as an Uber driver.
That,
Right.
that would make sense.
Okay, in like regular times that'd be fine. I wouldn't give a shit. But
Mhm.
we're in a car, and he had the child locks on, so I couldn't like open the window. So it's like if I could like open the window, like the driver side window, and like where I was sitting, like in the back passenger seat of
Get
the
like
car,
some
I would have been
airflow.
fine. I would have been like maybe a little okay with it, but
Mhm.
like, but how are you that dumb?
quick question.
How are you that dumb?
Quick question.
What?
How do
Mhm.
child locks involve the windows whatsoever?
It prevents the windows from rolling down. The child locks are
That's-
connected to the windows.
That
Yeah.
way, a
That's
kid
the-
doesn't get fucking sucked out of the window.
That's the
Or-
window
or-
lock that on the driver
Okay,
up at the driver.
listen, it's a
So
lock that means I can't do something in the back of the car. Okay.
No, you're
I-
actually correct because the child locks on the newer cars prevent the doors from opening and the windows from opening.
It's both, right? Okay.
Yeah.
oh, it doesn't work on my mom's car that way. So
Well, it's like in the newer cars, and this
Mhm.
was one of the newer cars.
Oh.
I just like put those together of the window and the child lock together because it stops the kid from like constantly locking and unlocking the door and like rolling the window up and down.
Yeah,
like
'cause,
that's
like,
what I
Yeah.
understand.
My brother, his car that he just got back in October is a 2018, and all he has to do is push the window lock, and it automatically turns on child locks and the window lock.
Oh, okay.
That's
Interesting.
interesting.
Yeah, so that was my Uber story. It's nothing huge, but it's still just
That's
Just an
exciting.
annoyance.
it's aggravating. It's not like an almost kidnapping or anything that we've been through previously, but I still can't believe that. Okay, Logan's story.
Yes, Logan's story. now.
Mine's nothing major either. I just swear to God, I get some of the dumbest Uber drivers known to man.
Oh my God, it's the worst. It's
Because
the worst.
so my house is set up on a main street, which in itself already sucks because backing out of
Same.
the driveway, horrible. So worst part is it's right next to another street, so they're like turn left. Oh, I'll go down the street. The house is there. They have a house with the exact same number on that street.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
The amount of times I've seen
Yep.
my Uber driver pull into that side street, stop at that house, text me, I'm here, and then proceed to call me saying, I'm outside. Where are you? I'm like, I'm outside too. I don't see you, and I know exactly where you went because this is the fourth time this has fucking happened. Drives me fucking insane because it happened this morning.
Oh.
Oh.
What you can
I
do,
get
like
to work relatively early
Yeah.
just so I'm not late and so I can
Mhm.
eat because fast food,
yeah.
wonderful diet.
Yes.
But
Get a test.
like when it happens so much, it just gets on your nerves and you're like, how the fuck does this happen? When there's a GPS that also tells me where they're going.
Mhm.
Okay, to help that, you can like text them like
Mhm.
through the app or whatever. You can literally copy it, like leave a note in your phone and copy and paste it. Because that's what I do when I get like picked up and stuff from my boss's house, like directions on how to get in and be like, hey, there's a house on the other side of the street with the same number. It
Mhm.
is not, it's this one, like you have to be on this side of the road.
Yeah.
I started having to do that when I would Uber home from work because my job is in a giant plaza. People would go up to the
Yeah.
giant fucking main store as opposed to where my store is located and be like, where are you? And I'm like, at this point, one of my first texts is if I say I am at, the first thing just shows up as Culver's because I've had to send that text so many times.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
it happens
And
so
look-
muat this point. It's just like, well, second nature.
You know, at
And
least it's
Logan
not
just-
cold.
And Logan just gave Laura another piece to the puzzle
Oh,
there.
I already knew where he worked.
Yeah, she already knows the name of my job. It's just
Also,
one is-
complete side note, I've never eaten at Culver's.
Ooh, Culver's
Complete
not bad.
side note.
You should. It's
I've
actually
never
really
had
good
Culver's.
food.
really,
Covers
if
it
you decide to track my job down, I'll give you my 25%.
Hey, can we all
discount
just
so
go
you get-
visit?
Do it.
When we're
Incentive.
out of the
Let's just all go
when
visit
we're out
Logan.
of the panna cotta, I'll
Let's
do
all
it.
go visit Logan.
When I have my own car
Road
and
trip,
I'm out of the
road
panna cotta,
trip,
we'll do
road
it.
Road
trip.
trip. Road
I'll
trip.
vlog the whole thing. Like, okay, day 2 of trying to find Logan.
Wait, take 2?
Day 2.
Oh,
Okay, listen, I'm gonna be driving for part of day
Day
1.
5.
I'm not leaving at 5 a.m. to come track your ass down. I'm leaving at like
I
noon.
highly doubt I
5
am that
years
far away from
later.
you if you have my address.
All right.
It's
Here's
not.
what'll
It's
happen.
not that far. I've looked up how far our houses are from each other. It's not that far. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
See, that's a normal Florida road trip. That's the thing for me, at least, because
I go to see my godmother, and it's an hour and 45 minutes if there's traffic.
when me and my mom would go to Busch Gardens in Tampa or Universal in Orlando, that's like an
Yeah.
hour and a half either way. And my mom's driving makes that an hour.
yeah, yeah.
On this episode of the Floridians rant at each other.
Honestly, that's what sometimes
That could be like a bi-monthly episode.
that could be a bi-monthly thing of we just say, okay, I need to tell you something that irks me about living in Florida. Now that we're on that topic,
Uh-huh.
people that also live in Florida but don't have the sense of, hey, there's wild animals that live here too. We're literally in the Everglades. All of Florida is the Everglades and it is its own watershed. And then they get pissed when there's like
An alligator
say-
in the pool.
American crocodiles in a canal. And then they're like, wait, there's crocodiles in Florida? Yes, bitch, they're part of the ecosystem.
The amount of times I see people
Literally-
be like, why is there a don't swim sign here? By the like, bitch, forget
There's an
like you
alligator.
forget there's wildlife in the area because of how this place is built.
Legit. They're called the
so
Florida
angry.
Gators for a reason.
Exactly.
No, and then they're so angry about it, and it's like, dude,
Yes.
what the fuck? It's like, hey, don't let your dog go near the canal and don't let your kid play near it. Hey, you shouldn't let them do that anyway because it's a body of fucking water.
The amount of time
And they could drown anyway. Guess what? It doesn't matter if there's an alligator, a crocodile, or like a fucking rattlesnake in there, bitch. I don't give a water moccasin technically. I don't give a shit. It's their ecosystem. Don't fucking complain. You're the one who chose to live in Florida. You know. You should know.
I have
this
a,
is why I'll
I have a
never live in
Florida
Florida.
Every
question.
Floridian gets a pamphlet.
Florida is very much the Australia of the United States.
Yeah, I've
You
said that
live
so
with
many
the
times.
wildlife. The wildlife doesn't live with you.
No.
I
On
have
the
a
topic of
go ahead.
Australia, did you guys once know that Australia lost a war to emus?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
That is
I
my
knew that
favorite
this was
thing
an
that I've
entire
learned
thing.
since fucking high school, and I love telling it to everybody.
In the
I-
early
I
days,
did it, like,
of
I did a
non-pro,
project
that was
on
a
it once.
huge thing.
It is my favorite war to talk about. Of all the wars
Absolutely.
out there to
And
talk about,
you know
it's my
something, Joe?
favorite one.
They lost.
They did lose.
Australia lost.
The
Okay,
thing is, there were more casualties of the humans than there were of the emu.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Emus are mean, man. They're
Emus,
scary creatures.
emus are bitching, dude.
Oh,
They're
For
the
a
size of a
second, I
regular
thought you said
human
emos,
being.
Just
not
so
emus, and I'm like,
aggressive.
yeah, emos are bitching.
Yeah.
emos are bitching. I have a Florida question, but specifically targeted at Logan
Oh.
Okay.
because it has to do with a TikTok that I sent Laura.
Okay.
That's what you're talking about. Do it.
Okay, there is a TikTok that I saw of someone in like a Florida hotel room, and they had like this bag type thing hanging on a hanger in like the little closet space thing, but it had beads in it and it had water at the bottom. Do you know what it is? Because Laura does, and I got really confused.
I can explain it further if you would need me to.
The thing is, I don't stay in a lot of hotel rooms in Florida, so that
No,
doesn't.
she
Not
says
just
it's
a hotel
common. She
thing.
says it's
Oh,
common.
It's common. Yeah.
No, because I've moved a fucking lot throughout Florida, I have never seen that like anywhere except for like obviously, like the little gel packets that usually come in like a lot of stuff, but like that's really it.
No. Okay. So it's something that's common like in a lot of high humidity things because it's essentially a bag that in the top it has these crystals in it and the bottom is like a clear pouch that the water drains into. So in the bag, it's all a chemical process. I'm like looking at my notes of it so I don't like make it wrong.
It
But
sounds like you're
it's-
talking about
I'm
cooking
more
meth.
impressed that you have fucking notes on this.
I mean, kind of am cooking that. I can literally kill someone with this stuff. So yes, like you have to like prove you're 18 to buy this stuff sometimes.
That's why I got so confused because I'm like, what in the Breaking Bad is
Yep.
this?
So the beads are calcium chloride and it takes the moisture from the air and it like sits in the beads and then drains out.
There's a bee?
A bead. I don't want to get up to go to like the top of our dryer because we have it's in stuff called I think damp raid. Like if you look up damp raid, you'll kind of see like what the beads look like.
Mhm.
We
But
have
there's
calcium chloride in New England. We use it as
Yeah.
ice melt.
Well, it has like that same effect too. It melts the ice and it like turns it back into its liquid state.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
what
wanted to know
melting
if
is.
Logan had heard of these things.
But in Florida, like we have we have like 2 or 3 things of it in the house. It does the same thing like a dehumidifier does. It dries out the air around you and takes the moisture out of it. So it's like we had like a small mold problem. So we got a bunch of the shit before we bought a dehumidifier just to start sucking all the moisture out of the air.
Sucking air.
See, that explains a lot about the houses I've lived in because they've all been pretty fucking humid, and now I know why.
It's like we went from like waking
Well,
up.
you live in Florida, my guy. That should be your first
I
clue.
mean, that's part of it, but
Oh yeah, that's definitely part of it. Don't get me wrong.
but it's like even if there's a leak somewhere, anything like that, like
Oh.
it has the same effects as like a dehumidifier and it's cheaper. So it's like we tried to do the calcium chloride first to see if we didn't have to buy like $150 dehumidifier, which we did because it was so bad, but it helped. But it's like we put it in like the one closet, and it's like you could feel the difference within like 48 hours.
It sounds like you're trying to peddle to me some sort of as seen on TV ad here.
That's
Really
fair.
does.
That's
Feel the
very
difference
fair.
in 48 hours.
That's what
And
we
I'm
get.
like,
We
okay,
get as
okay.
seen on TikTok.
Wait. Okay. Let me turn off my video.
Billy Mays
real
here for
quick.
Slap Chop.
No, was Slap Chop him or was Slap
Okay.
Chop
No,
the
Slap
other
Chop
dude?
was someone else, but
Slap Chop is someone else.
I
am
think it's the other dude
going-
that went to
it
prison.
was just the first thing I thought of.
I'm gonna go get it so I can show you.
no, he
Alright.
went to prison because he beat up a prostitute, right?
Yeah, he beat up a prostitute.
What, Vince from Slap Chop?
No,
Yeah.
the guy
Or
from
Fitz?
ShamWow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. I knew that.
Oh yeah, I was thinking Slap Chop for whatever reason. I
Well,
remember my
'cause
friend showing me this
it's
video.
it's the same dude. It's the same
Yeah.
exact same guy.
Oh, is it?
No, but I remember my friend showing me this video called the Jack Chop, where basically he turns it
that
into a
sucks.
improvised weapon.
Oh,
And it's
Nice.
just
Okay.
it's
So-
just a stupid YouTube video.
So this is damp raid. If I take this, there's water on the top of it.
Oh shit!
Whoa,
I've
hey,
seen
ho.
those. I've seen
Didn't
those
know
in like
that.
stores and shit, but I haven't seen them like anywhere else.
But essentially, I can't do this well, but you see that?
Uh-huh.
That's where all the beads go, and they've dried up. Now I have to go wash my hand because I have chloride on it.
Ooh.
But it essentially, this whole thing was filled to this top bit, so it's like that much of beads. But this bottom part's now just one big block of something because it's all melted.
Nice.
It's really all
Right.
it is. It's just a chemical process of shit.
That
Alright.
makes sense.
Oh, that's itchy. Oh, I will be right back. Ugh.
Before Laura's hands start burning.
Might be best. That's why even because yeah, the chloride stuff you use as ice melt in the winter. I
Yeah.
know that just from growing up in the Midwest, but that's why you always wear gloves.
Yep.
We just
And
use
that
salt.
and what we did was this is a couple years ago when we didn't have a roof rake. We put it in like paper bags and just toss them up on the roof just to get some of that snow gone. So it worked real well.
You hobo.
Listen, when you don't got a certain thing that you need for winter, you have to improvise.
I mean,
Improvise,
fair.
adapt, and overcome.
Damn right. That man is a legend.
All right. So ends our Floridians rant at each other.
Not rant at each other, rant at the rest of the
Rant
people.
about
rant-
Florida.
The Florida rant.
All right. What else does anyone want to talk about? Does anyone have any
Oh.
more fun stories?
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously we're filming this on the 5th. The majority of you, I believe, like football. Who is your pick for Super Bowl?
The team
Oh,
with the
Tom
obviously,
Brady.
Tampa Bay.
Tom Brady, that's it.
That was a lot of answers all at once. What?
Okay.
Tampa Bay.
Okay, Logan. Tampa, okay.
That was Joe.
Logan already said Tampa.
No, I said the team with the red and white.
He has a point.
Oh,
They're
that's
both
the
red and
Chiefs.
white. No,
Yeah.
they're both
Wait,
red and white.
Literally
wait,
the exact
what?
same color scheme. It's
Wait,
the same
sorry.
color of
Joke.
same shade of red too.
I told my friends who I work with that are really into football that I'm betting on the team with red and white, and they just looked at me and go, "Fuck you."
That would have been
That's fair
me.
enough.
That would have been me. My boss asked me if I was gonna watch it. And I'm like, no, I have other
Wait,
sports. I'm
what
gonna be
day is it
watching.
on? Like, is it this
It's
Sunday?
Sunday.
It's Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Okay, so I will be able to watch it. I just don't know if I will.
I won't.
I mean, odds are we'll end up having it on, but mostly it's just background noise. We mostly just watch
Yeah.
the Super Bowl for the commercials anyway.
I mean, realistically,
That's
if
what
we
everyone
could
does.
probably set up a Discord call for it. If
We
we
probably
want.
could.
I would join that if I don't go to the bar.
I was gonna joke with Logan and Laura earlier and say like you guys are like 5 hours away from Tampa. Oh cool. So you're gonna be pre-gaming. You're gonna be at the
Tailgating. Yeah.
tailgating outside.
Listen,
Not
Outside
when
of
we're out of the
I'm-
panoramic, okay?
listen, I'm so pissed at Miami right now. All the parties and everything else that is still happening in Miami. The stripper bowl is still happening.
The what?
like-
Excuse
Hold
me?
up.
What did I just hear? Why did I
We
know
were
about
just
this?
Talking about where it's located.
Okay,
and she-
Okay,
Is it
I
live
don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna get the terminology right. I am on stripper TikTok just because I love like their talks about shit because it's great. But essentially it's because all the parties and all the clubs and everything get rented out. They make bank during Super Bowl stuff. Like normally they'll dancers will travel across country and everything else to go to it. Or like their promoters will like send them, just because there's so many big names that make bank coming or going. Like it's just big money essentially. I realized what I said, and I could be totally wrong with like exactly what it is because I've seen it mentioned like some last year and then some this year, but that's about it.
I just like the concept and the picture I have in my mind.
Same.
Yeah, I know, it's great, right?
But what are we really gonna watch? The Super Bowl or the Puppy Bowl?
Super Bowl probably.
I'm watching
the Puppy Bowl is the shit.
Oh, speaking of hockey,
I've not watched the Puppy Bowl.
Wait, I heard speaking of hockey, yes.
Laura, what's your team? I think I've asked this question before.
Okay,
so Minnesota Wild.
I think I just ignored it.
No, I fucking hate you. I am, because I'm from South Florida, I'm a Panthers fan, true and true, just because that's what I grew up on, BB&T, all that. My secondary team, when it's not the Panthers, is the Lightning, current Stanley Cup champions. Thank you very much. And then after that, I go to the Flyers. So
okay, let's. All right, I can understand the two Florida teams, but why Philadelphia? Why? Why them specifically?
I don't know, because I have the Flyers and then I have Calgary Flames. Those are like my other two teams. Oh, and Toronto, obviously the Leafs. So I have 5 teams.
So what I'm hearing is the Bruins are very bottom of your list here and teams you're rooting.
Should be.
I fucking hate I hate the Bruins. Okay, there are 2 teams that I hate with the passion.
The Wild.
And it is the Bruins. They're not that bad because they only go against the Avalanches sometimes, so it's fine. It is.
Is it Pittsburgh? Please say it's Pittsburgh.
It's the Penguins. It's the Penguins. I
Logan.
fucking hate the Penguins. Sidney Crosby can eat shit. Like, he's okay. I like him, but it's like he can eat shit. I don't
want
care.
you to know, be glad I don't live with my mom right now, because my mom would burst into this room
and kill me.
Curse you the fuck out.
Is she a Penguins fan? Is that why?
Yeah, because she's from Pennsylvania. So
that makes sense.
So she's a Steelers fan, she's a Penguins fan, and then she's a Buckeyes fan because she knows that's the only good Ohio team, which is where
I thought you were gonna say a Pirates fan, and I would have felt very sorry for her.
All right, so quick thing about the Penguins is they were close to being just not a team anymore during the strike, so they got 2 first-round draft picks that pretty much saved their entire franchise.
Oh, correct.
Which was Crosby and Malkin.
They're absolute shit right now.
Yep.
They're absolute shit right now.
Yep.
Crosby and Gino are losing their shit right now because the rest of their team sucks.
Yep.
I'm pissed at the Flyers because they're not performing how they should be, and it's pissing me the fuck off.
Hey.
We'll go on a winning streak, and then they'll lose for no reason.
At least you're
they
actual.
Sounds like the Steelers.
Also, the amount of overtime games I have had to deal with already this season, I'm pissed. I'm so pissed at the amount of overtime. If we're tied and there's a minute left, I'm like, you bitches better fucking score. I don't want to have to deal with another overtime game.
Oh, speaking of which, Bruins at Flyers starting soon.
At least your guy.
I know that's all. I know that's starting in 45 minutes. I have my notifications on my phone that will go.
At least your guys'
when all of my teams are playing,
didn't get stolen by fucking Texas.
Okay, listen, the Stars aren't the greatest right now. All of the Stars, like top guys, are fucked. All of their top people are injured.
North Stars.
They used to be.
Not happy about that.
They used to be Minnesota's team.
Yeah, and the Lakers were too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here going, I don't watch hockey.
That's how I'm feeling as well.
I don't watch
because
basketball or hockey.
Okay, listen, I let you guys yell about football to each other. The least you can let me do is yell about hockey.
No, you go full on.
See, and then we all yell about wrestling at each other.
Yes.
That's exactly it. I'm also aggravated at whoever planned the schedule for this year. Like, I know Panna Cotta, all of that, but the fact that I can't remember if it was last week or the week before, I had 14 games of hockey on one day. 6 of like my favorite teams were playing all different games. When they're playing against each other, it's fine.
Well,
But
they're playing like
I had to
6
flip
different.
through. I had 6 or 7 games of hockey to watch, 4 of which were all on at the same time.
Yeah, that was last Saturday after we finished cooking.
That was one of them. It happened the week previously too. I have currently tonight, I have the Panthers, Tampa, the Flyers, and the Leafs all playing at the same time. And I think the Islanders are also playing tonight too.
Oh, wow.
You're an Islanders fan?
I just hate the Rangers. So
That's fair.
Okay,
that's fair.
I'm more of a Tito and Matt Brazel fan. So
You're sounding more and more like
That's
how
fair.
my brother watches football.
That's
Okay.
fair.
See, Joe gets it. But I have like certain people on certain teams, and it's just how it is.
So I'm guessing the bane of your existence right now is David Pasternak. I'm guessing he is the absolute bane of your existence.
All right, before you go on that rant, I need to do ad read.
Wait, what?
Go ahead.
Wait, what?
I need to do ad read. This
Sharks?
episode is brought to you by Redbubble. Redbubble makes it super easy to make our merch without paying hundreds of dollars worth to get something made and shipped. All you have to do is go to nonprofessional.redbubble.com or click the link in the description to see all the official CyberTwits designs and Twits designs. We have t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, and more. We even have masks. Another great thing about Redbubble is how user-friendly it is. The money comes straight from Redbubble into the creator's pocket, and they have environmentally friendly shirts and user-friendly templates. So what are you waiting for? Go to Redbubble now and get your designs out there.
Okay, can I go now?
Yes.
No.
Okay, Pasta can go fuck himself, first of all. Also, quick side note, the reverse retro jerseys are like cursed at this point. Every team that has worn a reverse retro jersey has lost that game, even if they were playing amazing or they played that team previously and did great. They played like absolute shit. So I'm waiting for the Lightning to either break that or confirm that tonight. Because the Habs lost and then the Flyers lost when they were doing great this week, and now Tampa's wearing their reverse retros. That's it. I'll stop with hockey so we can talk about something else.
I got
Also, warning, my phone will go off in about 10 minutes with like 40 notifications because of game start. So sorry in advance.
I got a new subject. Let's talk about the Royal Rumble.
I was gonna say that because
this is where I'll go quiet because I haven't
was
watched WWE.
fucking amazing, and that entire show was just good.
That was a great
Yeah.
show.
The,
You missed the show.
The highlight of the show was the men's Royal Rumble.
Absolutely. That was
definitely.
the best Rumble that I've like seen in ages.
Laura, you missed Edge and you missed Christian.
Okay, I watched the clips and everything else, so I lived it, but it's just for me, I have not had time, and now I'm into hockey, so it's like I don't have the time. I have enough work like doing hockey stuff, so it's like I'll have however many games on like on my TV or on my computer or whatever, or it's like I'll be out with my family like watching our regular shows and I'll have one headphone in, still watching hockey.
You also missed me screaming at Carlito coming out.
That was great.
Oh my god, I love all the shit I have seen about the Rumble is either they're so happy about Carlito coming back, and then like 2 days later they fucking hate that he came back. That's all I've seen about Carlito.
I have never heard
there was 3 different
Carlito coming back, but I'm also like follow like normally positive stuff on wrestling.
I always see it because other people follow it. That's
there were
why
3 things that happened when Carlito came out. I screamed. We all said, "God, he got fat," and "God, he got ripped." That was the 3 things that happened. Am I wrong?
He's hilariously huge with a lot of weight.
He got chunky.
He got chunky and very like it's like a chunky muscular.
Yes.
It's really weird.
Sometimes that happens. How people.
That is healthy.
Yeah.
That makes you flexible. Look at RVD. He was chunky and muscular, and he could do the full-on splits.
Yeah, that's fair.
Without ripping his nutsack in half.
It looks like Carlito absorbed Chris Masters from their run as a tag. And since then, I've just lost it anytime I look at Carlito.
I think the whole highlight of the Royal Rumble was us picking our numbers for the Rumble entrance, and some of us
God,
realizing
don't
how
remind me
screwed
about
we
my
were.
fucking women's
I was so
Rumble.
happy when I got
So-
Jeff Hardy.
That had
Hang-
me
Oh.
so
Hang
mad.
on, guys. Hang on, guys. So we did a random number generator for our
If-
picks.
Oh,
for,
no.
For the Rumble, for both Rumbles, so both for the men and the women's. And then if when your pick gets in, you drink. But when your pick
Oh,
gets
no.
eliminated, you down your drink.
And let's just say Megan by the end of the night was.
Oh, that
Um,
explains the
Megan and
messages
I
in the
had-
group chat then.
Megan and I had a
I
great
read-
time.
I
What a fun
read those
night.
the next night and I'm like, huh, what happened?
Oh, I was gone.
Megan and I had a great time.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. He
The best
downed a
person-
lot.
I had a lot of beer. I had like 5 beers.
The person
God.
with the best numbers was Logan with 24 and 26, I believe.
Yeah, and then my women's pick, which was number 24, fucking sucked ass.
Arguably,
it?
I had the best women's pick.
Who'd
yes,
you have?
definitely did.
I had Rhea
her pick
Ripley.
was Rhea.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
pick
okay.
was my pick Carmella.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
your pick was Carmella.
Oh.
My
And
she got
memorable
she got
pick-
out the fucking funniest way.
yeah,
She gets full on cut by her whatever her like
her
fucking-
sommelier.
yeah, her wine guy gets caught in midair, and out comes Tamina Snuka and super kicks him.
Yep, and drops Carmella, and the ref's like,
Damn.
your feet hit the floor, you're gone.
Meanwhile,
It was so
my-
great.
Oh
My men's
don't-
pick was my favorite wrestler ever, Rey Mysterio. I could not have been happier.
Dude.
yeah.
I don't
I
even
had
Jeff
remember who my
Hardy.
guy was.
Your men's
I don't remember who my women's pick was, who was number 9. I can't remember who that
Yeah, I don't
was.
remember.
Yours
mine
was
either.
Ruby Riot.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah.
It was my women's. I had 16. Yeah, I had 16. Shit.
Oh, I don't remember.
You know
I know
what's
it's
the
stupid,
handy dandy thing is I can look this up on
Oh yeah.
Google.
What was
Oh,
it, though?
I had my.
I also just realized, for somehow just now, the Rumble winners came out at very early spots for both of the Rumbles. It was what, 1
Yeah.
and 3 for the winners?
Bianca was
4.
2.
2. Yeah, yeah. she
Bianca was
two.
not 2. 2 was Naomi.
No, she was 3. She
Oh
was
yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Number
you're right.
16 was Dana Brooke.
Fuck. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah, that's right. So I had number 20 for the men's.
For the men.
I had number 11 for the men's.
20 was Otis. 11
Yeah.
was
Oh
John
yeah, I was
Morrison.
so happy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah,
Joe did
John
not
Morrison
have a
again. I was
great-
like, fuck.
I was
So-
the only one happy to get my men's pick because, well,
When I
outside of
see-
Logan, I was like, I had number 5, so I'm like, well, shit. Then it was Jeff Hardy, and I fucking screamed.
Okay, so complete side note from who had who. Y'all know that Otis is only 29?
I did
Wait,
not know
what?
That
that.
makes sense. Yeah,
He's
I
only
can see that.
29
He seems
because
young.
someone oh god, what was it? An article posted that Dominic and Otis were the only 2 wrestlers under 30 in the Rumble this year.
Wow.
Damn, really?
Because
I
Dominic's
forgot
23.
Seth Rollins is over
That's what I'd
30.
say.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
he turned like
hit-
31 or 32, right?
I think
or
I
more.
think he's 34. Honestly,
I want to say like
Was Rollins the
33,
last
34.
entrant?
Derby.
Rollins was not the last entrant. Rollins,
Rollins
was,
was
like 25.
20. Rollins was not.
No,
He
he
was
wasn't
later
that
on.
early. He was late.
No,
Yeah,
he was
oh,
after
It was like,
oh,
Rollins.
that's
wasn't
the
he like
wrong one.
28 or
28.
29?
Rollins was 28.
34.
He is 34. Haha.
I need you to know, I was like 38. That's not right because I hadn't completed it. It was Seth Rogen. I only typed in RO on the last name.
Wait.
Nice.
Because
Wait, Seth Rogen's only 38?
I forget who 29
That's not
was. And
shocking.
30 was Braun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 was
30 was
Braun
Braun.
Strowman.
Yeah.
30 was Braun, which ruined my fucking night. Fuck Braun Strowman at this point.
Hey.
I'm sick of
I
him.
was
No.
His
No.
best run was in 17 or 18 when he was killing Roman Reigns.
He's
After the
still on a
swamp
good
fight,
run.
no, after the swamp fight, he's been dead to me. And that's not his fault. That's creatives.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't blame him. He's a great
That's why I
wrestler.
stopped watching WWE. It wasn't anyone's fault. It was creatives and
It
Vince's.
got in,
Yeah.
yeah, it got insane for a bit. Now it's back on a bit
Oh
normal.
shit. SmackDown's on tonight. Edge is on it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it looks like right now Edge is kind of going for the NXT championship.
I will not be mad. I would
won't-
love that match.
I wouldn't be mad at it for the reason that Pete Dunne is going up against Finn at Vengeance before Mania.
That could be
I
great.
want to rant about their naming options for that pay-per-view. They had St. Valentine's Day Massacre right fucking there, and they didn't do it.
That's
Oh, wait, is it on
next Sunday.
Valentine's Day?
Yep, it's on
Yeah,
Valentine's
that's
Day.
Valentine's Day, and they didn't do it.
Yeah, that's great. I want to watch that. Like, that's great. I'm gonna watch hockey, but still.
I think
I will commit now. If you guys do a watch party for Mania, I will attend most likely.
We will
Okay.
probably do a
Alright,
watch
I
party.
guarantee you there'll be a watch
as
party
it's
for
2
Mania.
days again.
Realistically, if we weren't in this panoramic Pangea situation,
We would
I
be
would-
at WrestleMania, yeah.
I would love to go to Mania just to see Edge fight for the world title.
Oh, I'm planning on going to
I
Mania
would
this
want to go
year.
100%.
It's in Dallas. I'm not missing that.
that is one thing I want to do, like bucket list, like go to a Mania, even if like I'm not like just to experience it type thing.
Right.
I hope
wanted
it'll
to-
like get better or something, but like
I
you know.
wanted to go to 33 so bad, and that was
that
the
hurt.
Hardy's
That
return.
hurt.
That was Hardy's return, and I wanted to see Taker live because I knew he was
'Cause
retired. And I was like,
that
I
was
want to fucking
in-
see that.
That
Was in Orlando.
Orlando.
Mhm,
I remember
yeah.
because I was like, I could be there right now, and it hurt so much. Not
I remember
being there.
watching that. I
Because
watched it on my neighbors.
It
was a
was.
great time.
We were like, I was like 3 hours away from it happening. It was just so sad.
I was an hour and a half, and I was just like, damn it.
Yeah. Like,
Because the night-
I remember my brother bringing me out glow sticks. Be like, I'm so sorry.
The night prior, I was in Orlando for Takeover and a bunch of the indie events as well.
Oh,
See,
God.
even if I can't do Mania, I want to do Mania weekend in some capacity.
Mhm.
Just
Mania
indie
weekend is
shows.
just so much fun.
I feel like my Mania weekend will consist of getting drunk at indie shows, and that just sounds fun.
My
Honestly-
my hope for next year is either going to Mania for both days or doing Access. One of the two.
Yeah,
I just have to determine price points at that point.
Yeah.
that's fair.
I
Like,
think-
realistically, if I had the money and I knew it were going to be safe, honestly, I'd probably go to Mania this year. But money, and I don't believe it's going to be safe.
No.
Knowing WWE and how they like to run some shit, I don't want to risk it.
Mm-mm.
Well, then it's like you think like the Super Bowl this year, they're having people there.
But it's
And,
like,
like,
it's like
I know it's like
Workers.
healthcare
25
workers and like that and
25,000 in
vaccinated and
attendance,
stuff,
and
but it's still,
family and friends.
it's weird to me like having live stuff. Like example, Panthers at the BB&T Center right now.
Mhm.
They have people for games, and it
Yep.
I don't like
a lot
it.
of baseball teams are gonna do that. Are gonna
Yeah.
people. A lot of spring training is gonna have very limited capacity.
Yeah. It's like for me, I get it for like AEW because it's literally an open air arena. Like
Open
that,
air
I,
arena, and they
that I can kind of
separate
get.
all of the groups as well. Like,
Exactly.
For that exact reason, and with tickets being like $20 at the lowest, me and a friend of mine were like, we could totally go to this.
Yeah.
We've talked about
My brother and two of his friends are planning on driving down. See, my brother lives in Iowa. His friend lives in Kansas City, and then another one lives in Oklahoma City. So they're just picking up everyone along the way. They're driving to Houston in June to go see AEW because the tickets are
if
AEW 's
it happens.
gonna be
If it
touring?
happens.
if it happens, it's supposed to happen.
They have shows up because they already had contracts in place. It's the same thing like how WWE still had contracts in place for
Right.
stuff like
Yeah.
a year out. Like they
Right.
planned that shit like a year or so ahead. So they're still keeping that date and selling tickets and everything else.
Yeah.
And closer till they're gonna see if it's gonna happen. Same thing AH did with Let's Play Live with the West Coast tour.
Yeah.
Like they canceled that again.
Right. But the
I'm
only
gonna
reason
go to
like
another Let's
it's
Play
sounding
Live.
more plausible is because like even watching Wrestling with the Week, Scorpio Sky is actually saying
Yeah.
they're going around places and doing tapings for during the week shows, and they've had fans. So that's the only reason it's kind of keeping that hope alive is that they actually are going out and doing stuff.
They're trying to like make the process actually happen in a safe
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
And I mean, it seems like AEW, like, I don't want to knock WWE or anything like that, but it seems like AEW's been really safe about it. Like, they let people speak out, like, hey, yeah, I caught it. And then, like, they stay home for 2 weeks and they're very open to
Right.
letting
Or
them
it, yeah,
about it.
or it's like,
Whereas you
hey,
have
I was near
WWE.
someone. Yeah. It's
Yeah, where that openness is really necessary. Whereas WWE, you hear people like a month or two later being like, "Oh yeah, I had it," and they just didn't want me to say anything.
That like rubs me the wrong way. It's like the same way how it's like I hate that I keep going back to hockey, but it's like the NHL protocol. It's the same. It's the whole thing. It's like, oh, okay, this team is literally quarantined for like 2 weeks. Like no one's going anywhere.
Right.
Fucking
it's the same thing where it's like the transparency, especially right now, is the best thing you could do for your company.
ROH did something like I believe it was the NBA. They quarantined all of their wrestlers inside a bubble for like a month, and then they started running shows again, all keeping them within that bubble and running out of the one arena.
Right.
Which is what the NBA did with their whole thing, which honestly, very good idea.
Which is what the NHL did with the playoffs over the summer.
Baseball did that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everyone, like, I think the NBA did it the best bubble wise.
Yeah.
Just with how nothing fucking happened. Like, nothing got in, nothing got out, as far as, like, I know.
Unless you're that one player on the Rockets that called in a woman of the night and then pretty much got himself thrown out of the
It's
bubble.
called sex worker.
A woman of the night.
I like woman of the night better. It has a
It sounds like she sounds like Batman.
Yeah. Okay, I get that, but it's not the right terminology.
Right.
I was gonna say prostitute, but I've already said that once this episode, and I didn't want to do it again, but I just did it. So
when did the word?
Towards the beginning.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
All right, we're going into final thoughts. Let's wrap this up. Final thoughts.
I like
final
cheese.
thoughts.
Final thoughts.
My final thought is I think another.
I'm trying to think of something I can say that won't get us demonetized.
I think another
highlight of Royal Rumble was just Billy Kay. Just everything about Billy Kay.
I did see a lot of stuff about that, like, about her just having fun. And it was kind of cool.
It was beautiful.
She had like this whole little storyline to herself of her headshots, and then she finally got a partner. She got in there. Peyton came out. They did a little Iconics reunion. Then she fought with herself on if she should do the Iconics pose or not, because Ruby Riott was right there, and she's supposed to be feuding with them. It was like this all little nicely wrapped story with a little bow on top just for Billy Kay. And it was
it's like something right actually happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Any more final thoughts?
Florida sucks. I'll FBI my way to Logan somehow at some point when the panic hot is over. Hockey's my jam now, and I guess a color of red and white isn't a win on Sunday.
My final thought is that Minnesota is cold.
That is fair.
I won't argue with you on that.
It is supposed to be like, hold on, Logan, 1 second. It's supposed to be like negative. The highs are supposed to be like -2 and 3 this week.
Negative?
So
Negative.
negative.
That's a series of numbers that they
was
haven't had
8 degrees today.
Fahrenheit? Well, wait, in Fahrenheit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. We don't use Celsius in Minnesota.
Welcome to winter in the Midwest.
We are not Canadians.
And Northeast.
And Northeast.
I'm never moving to the Midwest. I'm never moving to the Midwest.
It's cold.
Why do you think I want to live in Texas?
Unless it's for like $1 million job. Like, I'm
The
not.
thing is,
$1,000,000.
Its office location.
1,000
So where are we
There we
putting
go.
that?
I was thinking the same thing, Megan, to be honest.
Listen, I was saying numbers and we were moving somewhere, okay?
All right, and on that final note, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for tuning
I
in.
interrupted.
To
Hold
Bad
up.
Ping.
I
What?
interrupted Logan.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
get a
say,
final thought.
I was gonna say Florida sucks. Megan, I'd like to see you try, even though you've probably already gotten one of the locations right. And Team Red White's
Megan.
gonna win on Sunday.
Megan,
but it's probably gonna be Brady.
Megan, huh, Logan? Megan?
Close enough. You're both crazy, and you're both women. One of you, and you both live in southern states that are very humid.
Only one lives in the
only
same
one-
state as you.
That's the main factors. I'm in the same state.
Listen, I feel like she would do the same thing and just fly out there, meet you, and then you both just kill me.
He's not wrong though.
But that costs money.
Anyway, thank you guys for tuning into Bad Ping for this month. We totally appreciate it. Go check out our Redbubble store. Check out T and Twits both on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. wherever you stream podcasts or on our YouTube channel. And we will be back. We'll be back again next month with a brand new podcast. Until then, take care of yourselves and survive the panic cotta. Bye, guys.
Bye.
I don't know why I waved as if we were doing webcams for this.